Okay, we have time for one more question, and I'm going to sift through a bunch of them. And this one is from Delzar. Delzar asks, what is the Tesla like to drive here in India? And well, we have a little bit of an inside scoop because Tech Today was the only team to be able to drive the Tesla Model 3, the most affordable model until today. I don't know, something's announced next week, on Indian roads in Bangalore. Now, of course, this was not an India spec. This was the global version imported from the UK by one particular individual. But we got our hands on with the car, and there were a bunch of things that we thought need to be fixed for an India model. Now, firstly, it's going to be the price. A lot of clarity with the new EV policy. We know that that duty could potentially come down from 100% on Elon's Tesla EVs all the way down to 15%. So that means a much more affordable Tesla for you and for me. Now, obviously, if that model was to come through the proper route with due approvals, maybe be made in India, there'd have to be a bunch of changes through a process called homologation. Now, largely what we thought from our drive that needs to be fixed is that low ground clearance. It's almost impossible to really drive a Tesla which was built somewhere else in the world here in India with our roads, with our speed breakers. It just doesn't seem to work. You got to slalom through it. You got to approach every bump at an angle that's not practical at all. A lot of the other EVs, the EQSs, the i7s have already adjusted for that here in India. Will Tesla do that? Elon Musk is not known to do that globally, but I think that's one major announcement he'll have to make. The tires, the suspension, the ground clearance will need to be fixed for Indian roads. Also, the most critical question, what about superchargers? What makes a Tesla truly a Tesla? Is there going to be a supercharger network like there is in the US? When we were trying to charge this EV, it took maybe a couple of hours or 1.5 hours to actually charge it from 0 to 100. Whereas with Tesla superchargers, it's a whole different story. In 15 to 20 minutes, we've seen what superchargers can do in the US and in parts of Europe. Come April 22nd, will all of these questions be answered? Because if Tesla has to have that success story, because it's betting big on India, and it needs India at this point, will these questions be answered? That's what we're going to be waiting for here on Tech Today.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.